Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Today is Monday. What is the date? Monday, November 4th, 2024. Uh, Election day is tomorrow, so hopefully you guys, got a chance to get out there and do what you need to do and vote however you vote. You know what? It's all about voting. That's all. It's all about doing it though, right? So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Have me a new camera today. Hope you guys are digging the camera. I'm kind of figuring out where the heck I need to look and all that stuff. But let me know what you think about this camera. I'm live at the Hilton in Culver City. You guys know that hotel is literally, I want to say it's one of the closest hotels to where I live. Not the closest, but it's not far from the closest hotel that I live in. I probably can walk there, that I live next to. I probably can walk there. Probably, I guess if I'm feeling good, I probably can walk there in about, let's say 20 minutes. Let's just say 20 minutes. If I wanted to walk there, I could probably walk there in 20 minutes. So it's away from the airport. It's on the corner of, basically on the corner of Sepulveda and Centinela. It sits on Centinela, if you know LA at all, but it's not too far from the corner of Centinela and Sepulveda. Brand new, what am I trying to say? Brand newly renovated. Is that a good one? Okay, so it's barely been used, okay, because it got renovated just 2 years ago, 2022. Okay, so it's definitely one of the nicer hotels out there. It was built in like 76, I believe, but you would never known it was built in 76 because they basically, I'm not say they gutted it, but they repositioned some things and redid some things, so it looks like a brand new property. So if you haven't been there, you need to check it out. It's off the airport. It's near restaurants, shops, and it's near a mall as well. So if you're trying to think of well, I'm contemplating staying at the airport, right? There's a Hilton at the airport. I can stay there, or there's this one in Culver City, which I don't know about. Choose the one in Culver City. Seriously, choose the one in Culver City. They don't have a shuttle, an airport shuttle. I know that, but just take Uber or Lyft. Leave the airport before you take Uber and Lyft because it's gonna be a lot cheaper if you leave the airport property and like walk across the street to one of the hotels and take a Uber or Lyft from there. That's the hack. That's the Uber or Lyft hack today. Okay, it's gonna be a lot cheaper than if you took it from the airport property. Okay, but take it to the Sheraton. Damn, take it to the Hilton Culver City, and you'll be pleasantly surprised on the accommodations. Definitely. So anyway, I'm Russell of Hotels. Let me just make sure the comments are open. I do this daily check-in. This is a daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. I do it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tomorrow I do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. You know that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about? That's going to be tomorrow, Tuesday at 1 o'clock. It is show number 275. Is that a milestone? I guess 275 is kind of a bit of a milestone. I only got a couple left before I get to 300, right? So there you go. What am I going to do at show number 300? Nothing. Just do another show, right? So, hey, you just keep it going. And there's no end in sight, right? As I'm thinking right now, today, on this day, there's no end in sight, okay? So I'm just continue to do and just bring content and hotels. So every time I do a daily check-in or that show On Air with Russell of Hotels, I'm showcasing a hotel. And today happens to be the Hilton in Culver City. So there you go. So everything that I show today will be of the Hilton in Culver City. So check it out. Let me see what's going on here. Let me move on. Oh, I need my glasses on. And today I really don't have a topic. Okay, I just wanted to come on because, I do have a show tomorrow. So I'm like, you know what? This is a good time just to promote the show, if anything, right? So there you go. Let's see. I'm just looking at emails I just got in from, I've been emailing people all day. In fact, I had a dentist appointment this morning, right? So I just got home maybe about an hour ago. So I'm kind of not behind, but I was behind on my emails. So I had to catch up on emails because I sent out a whole bunch of emails last night and this morning. And I haven't been able to return any emails, and I'm just getting a flood of emails right now as I'm doing this live, but that's okay, right? So I'll get to them as soon as I get off of this live. I'll get to the emails, but yeah, I'm waiting for some information about hotels because I have clients that are looking for specific hotels. So I got to ask specific questions. like room types. Let me just make sure you got the same or the right room types. There's one particular hotel I didn't realize that they only had so many doubles. It's like 175 rooms, but I didn't realize, and that's a question that I should always ask or try to, I guess I should ask those questions, right? Those are questions, especially if they come up in conversation with my client. How many doubles versus king bedded rooms does this hotel have? Well, it only has 20 total. Out of 175 guest rooms, it only has 20 double bedded rooms, meaning 20 rooms have two beds, and I want to say they're queens. I didn't know that, right? So, so I had to, let my client know because they needed more doubles than that, but they can make it work, right? But it's good that I asked ahead of time. This is just the RFP stages, right? We haven't got to contract or anything like that. So, but it's good that I know that now. Then I can let my client know, like, hey, or I've already let them know, that, hey, the hotel only has 20 doubles. So, when you ask for 30, it probably won't happen, okay? Because they don't have it, okay? They just don't have it. So, so it's good to know, good to ask questions, and then that way, there's no, and I'm pretty transparent when it comes to asking questions. I make sure I copy my client on these things as well, so they get the same email that I'm getting, right? But if they don't want to be bombarded with emails, they will let me know, because my job is to make sure I represent them the best way that I can. And a lot of times you do that by copying them on email. Unless they say, I don't want any more email, that's fine, blah, 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 blah. But this client, you got to know your client too. This client wants to know, they're learning as well, and which is good. And they'll ask questions based on how the hotel representative, in this case a sales manager, how they answer the questions and what they're talking about as far as their hotel is concerned, like how many doubles, how many kings, how many suites, all those, and are the pricing different on all those? So all that stuff, I just want to make sure I'm above board and they understand exactly, they're getting the same answers that I'm getting. Okay, I'm not watering things down. I'm not hyping things up. So it's always good to kind of do that if you can. But some clients are different and they don't want to hear all this stuff. They don't want to read. They just rely on you to do, okay, let's just do this. And, I have clients like that too. So know your client, know how involved they want to be or how involved they don't want to be. It all matters. It all matters. Okay, so this is the blog. So you guys don't have a blog, you just go to russellofhotels.com. Just go to the blog, drop down, hit that button, bing, and you'll be like, oh, okay, that's the blog. Okay. And everything that I normally talk about here, like I normally would have a topic, all those topics will be on there. Like I said, I don't have a topic today other than, being consistent and making sure you communicate with your client. That's my topic for the day, I guess. But there's nothing, no outline or anything like that. So normally I would have an outline, and that would be on the blog. But go, feel free and check out the blog anyway, russellofhotels.com. Go to the blog drop down menu, and you'll see my past, topics and things like that. And it's still interesting, although I'm not talking about one today. They're still interesting, so check them out. Okay, so go ahead and check them out. Check them out. And these daily check-ins don't have to be that long. I kind of make them long because that's just what I do. This is what I do every now and then. I like to talk. So sometimes they go longer than normal. I'm at 9 minutes now. They normally go about, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, somewhere around there. Sometimes it creeps over to the 30-minute range, but we're going to see today. But anyway, this is the Hilton Culver City. Like I said, it's literally down the street from where I live. 375 guest rooms, built in 1976. 1976, was that a good year? I really don't even remember. 22 was the last renovation. 2022 was the last renovation. Brand new hotel, new color scheme, got that California feel, that Southern California feel, those kind of, the bright colors, the kind of beachy kind of colors, kind of a beachy kind of theme. I love it. And it's not too far from the beach, right? So there you go. Square foot meeting square foot or event footage, 21,561. So any meeting you can think about, it can house that. Okay. In fact, the meeting space, I want to say, is on the second floor. Most of it is on the second floor. Yeah, I want to say probably all of it is on the second floor, if I'm not mistaken. So kind of away from everything, and that's what you kind of want sometimes. It, depending on the group, you want to be away from the meeting space, all that stuff, all the excitement of the first floor and the lobby and all that. Sometimes you want to be away from that. And it has a dedicated floor. Second floor, I believe, is where all the meeting space is. So something definitely to check out and consider, especially if you're considering airport properties or hotels that are close to the airport. Check out this one in Culver City. I think it's one of those. I don't think a lot of people know about it. I mean, it's right there, but you would be amazed at how many people just drive by. Oh, there's a Hilton over there, because it used to be something else. It used to be it was a DoubleTree at one time. It was a Red Lion at one time, but it's been brand newly renovated. Oh my God, it's something to see now. So it's definitely something to consider. Hilton Culver City. So any questions at all, just feel free to just reach out to me. You don't have to call them. Reach out to me. I'll take care of all that, because that's what I do, hotel site selection, right? So my job is to assist my companies that I represent, um, organizations, even individuals, with finding that right meeting for them, or right hotel for their meeting space or for their meeting, their convention, their conference, their retreat, whatever it is, conference, convention, whatever. Did I say that stuff already? So whatever they're looking for, whatever they need, that's my job. Meeting space, all that stuff is there. So contract negotiation, all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I mentioned this a little while ago, but every Tuesday, which means tomorrow is On Air with Russell of Hotels. That live hospitality talk show comes on tomorrow, every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST, and that's California time. It's a podcast, right? It's a traditional podcast as well as a live talk show, just like this one is. It's live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, just like this is live on those as well. If you can't check out the live, that's okay. You can check out the replay. The replay is still on those same platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So don't worry about it. And then if you want to check out just the audio portion only, like a traditional podcast, just go to podbean.com. You can just type in On Air with Russell of Hotels, and it will pop up. Or if you don't want to do that, you want to go to my website, russellofhotels.com, go to the podcast drop down, ding, and all the episodes, it'll say shows. All the shows that I've done are there. 274, which was last Tuesday, is there, as well as I think all of them to about 230, somewhere around there, are right there on that platform. I've changed different platforms, so some of them are on Spotify as well. But you can Google me, you'll find me. You can go to Spotify, you can find me. You can go to Podbean, you can find me, or just go to my website, russellofhotels.com, and you can find me there too. So there you go. So however you want to do it, you want to listen to me, take me on the go, you can do that. If you want to watch me and all my antics, you can do that too. I appreciate either one that you do, because I appreciate you. So anyway, like I said, these things don't have to be that long, and today doesn't seem like it's going to be a long one, but feel free to make comments. All my shows that I do are interactive. They're all about engagement. So feel free to always make comments that you want, if that's what you want to do. Oh, I see an incoming call. I can't answer that call. And see, people, something else. Do they know I'm doing this thing right now? Maybe they don't know, and that's okay. I'm just joking. But yeah, so feel free. You can always feel free to make comments. If you have questions, I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to do all of that. But email me, russell@russellofhotels.com. I am a resource for the industry, so feel free to reach out to me. That's why I gave you my email. You can go to my website, russellofhotels.com. My phone number is there, so if you want to call me, pick up the phone and call me. If you want to DM me on LinkedIn, I get these DMs, right, on LinkedIn all the time. I got one like over the weekend, right? Same person. And, they ask 101 questions. Just call me. Pick up the phone and call me. If you got that many questions, I'm not going to be texting and sending in messages and all this. Just call me, because some of the questions they're asking, like, I'm not going to type all this down. So just pick up the phone and call. I mean, if you're serious, pick up the phone and call, and we can have a 15-minute conversation. And, if you want to move forward after that, then we'll talk about what moving forward actually means, right? But if you just have a couple of questions that you want to ask me about how I got started in this industry, because I get a lot of those and I appreciate them. And I would just rather, instead of emailing or sending me in messages or sliding into my DMs, just pick up the phone and call. My phone number is there. Go to my website, russellofhotels.com. There's a phone number there. Call me. Okay. It's okay. And I just would rather you call me because people will say, well, what time's the best time? I mean, I was going back and forth with this one person a couple of weeks ago. Like, when is a good time to call? Well, I tried calling, you didn't try calling me. So if you're serious, pick up with the phone and call. I get a lot of people that want to play games and I don't have time. No one should have time for those kind of games, right? You really want to talk, pick up the phone and call. That's all you have to do. And if I don't answer, that's because I don't recognize your phone number. Leave a message and I will call you back. I promise you leave a message, I will call you back. This happens all the time, but one thing I don't have time for is games and people want to go back and forth on in messages and all this kind of stuff. No one has time for all of that. No, well, I don't. Okay, I ain't got time for all this silliness. So if you're serious about a conversation, because I get a lot of these things, hey, how'd you get started in this? Hey, I see you do this. Hey, I see you do that. What if I can ask you a couple of questions? Yeah, pick up the phone and call me. Call me. My phone number's there. Call me. Is this your number? One person even this morning even went so far as say, gave me the number, right? Gave me my number. Is this your number? Yeah, that's my number. Call me. Did you think I got a phone call? No, I did not. And and maybe people's schedules are different. Maybe they're busy. I don't know. But if you're asking me a question right then, I'm thinking you're gonna call me right then, right? So just pick up the phone and just call me if you need someone to talk to. That was a song. That was a song back in the day. I don't remember who sang it. I don't remember the year. But anyway, so I think that is it. So once again, Russell of Hotels. One thing that I was filling out this thing, or someone was asking me questions. I wasn't filling something out. Someone was asking me questions, and they said, "What is one word to describe you? If you had to choose one word to describe you and your business, what would it be?" And I said, consistency. I said, why would it be consistent? Because I said, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I say that you're going to get 5 days a week of Russell of Hotels, on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show, or a daily check-in with Russell of Hotels, I'm going to do it. If I say I'm going to give you 5 days of that, I'm going to do it. And I have not let anyone down when it comes to that, right? So when it comes to my business, when it comes to brand awareness or hotel site selection, those are things that you have to be consistent with. You cannot, take a day off, if you will. 5 days a week, I'm doing it. Sometimes I'll do it more than that, 6 days a week, depending on if business dictates that I do something over the weekend, then I do something over the weekend. Because for a business owner, one day is no different than the other day because it's based on what the client needs. What are the client's needs? If the client needs something over a Saturday or a Sunday, well, this is my job to deliver that, right? So there you go. So there's no time that I will not take a phone call. I mean, it's up to you. If there's something, well, I only have availability there on the East Coast and it's 10 o'clock, 3 hour difference. 10 o'clock p.m. is when I wind down. Well, 10 o'clock there, 7 o'clock here. I'm like, okay, if you want to call me at 7, my time be 7 o'clock. Okay, give me a call. I mean, I've done those things before. I mean, sometimes you have to make accommodations for certain things. I understand everyone's not on the same time frame as I am. I know that people can be international. They can be in another darn time zone. Okay. I understand it. I've talked to people from all over the world because they had questions about something that I do. And if it's something that I can add to, give you advice or add something or do business with you or encourage you, whatever the heck it is, collaborate. I do a lot of collaborations. If it's something like that, I mean, I'm here for it. So there's nothing like this is a bad time, right? I don't think I've come across anything like that. And if I do, I will let you know. But normally if someone has to, if they call me, they leave me a message, I'm gonna call them right back. Especially if I have time. If I'm between doing things and someone call me and I happen to be busy doing something else, I'm gonna call you back. So Don't worry about that. So feel free. And once again, I said consistency. That's where maybe I have it over, some other people, or I'm consistent. So you ain't gonna outwork me, okay? Because I'm as consistent as can be. 275 shows tomorrow. Okay, that's how consistent I am. I can't even count how many daily check-ins I've done. I guess I probably can figure it out, but I'm not gonna do it right now. And I'm getting used to this phone, right? So I should be looking like right here, but because my notes are there, I sometimes look down. So that's why, when I'm talking, I need to be up here, right? But if I have to look down and see my email, oh, that kind of prompts me, right? I know what my email is, right? But sometimes I change scenes and it prompts me. So I have to look down to prompt myself. So maybe I need to get a teleprompter over here, then that way I don't have to look down as much, right? So there you go. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, right? But like I said, one thing I am is consistent. So there you go. Are things always going to be perfect? No, they're not. And that's what, one thing that stops people from doing things is that, oh, I'm not consistent. Oh, I mean, or I'm not, it's not perfect, so I can't be consistent. No, that's a bunch of crap. No, you do it anyway. Okay, we'll figure out the other stuff later. Okay, but one thing you will never take from me is being consistent, because I am as consistent as time is. I guess time, keeps ticking, takes ticking, keeps on, takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. That's me. So anyway, that's it. It's 21 minutes, right? So I was doing it to see if I can get it 20 minutes. Anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. Once again, tomorrow on air with Russell of Hotels, it will be show number 275. Not sure what the topic is going to be, but you got best believe it's going to be good. It's going to be fire. So that is it. No questions I see, and that's okay. But this will be on the replay as well. So LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you don't follow me you're not on my, what do you call it? If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. I would appreciate it. It's Russell of Hotels. Just go Russell of Hotels, hit that big subscribe button, bing, and then every time I go live on YouTube, you get a notification like, oh my God, Russell's going live. What is he going to talk about? That guy's something else. So anyway, so that is it. You guys have a great day. And thank you so much for joining and listening to all this stuff that I'm saying. But I'm being consistent. That's the key.